Alright, what's up everyone? Little Bat here, and today I'm going to be doing my Dragoon Build Breakdown. As you can tell from the first two boss fights, this build will decimate the health and the break gauge of your enemies. So you can see I'm pushing the Dark Knight to 400%, even though I have no Abyss gear on at this time for the near death bonuses on the gear. If I do, I will probably only be pushing for the legs and the hands. And for the chest and the head piece, I will probably be going for a double piece where it's the chest and the head included into one. That way I can get a higher affinity number, since those two pieces can get up to 300% sometimes. And as you can see, my head and chest are only at 231%. That'll allow me to only have the gloves on and then boost that up, and I'll be able to get Dragoon and Dark Knight up to 400% with only 3 pieces, and I can change my weapon to increase the Berserker. That way I can get the 250 bonus on this build, and that will be it for this. So both the Dragoon and the Dark Knight at 400 to get all those bonuses, Cyclic to at least 250 to get your mana back during the Chaos Bringer phase. I have Breaker up to 250 for the Power Seeker and also for the mana return. I'm also stacking Strength, as you can tell on the far right of the screen, and that's because I'm using the Axe ability like you saw during the boss fights, and that's why I'm putting out so much damage with that. Like I said, the Berserker for the Lunatic, but also for the 250 bonus eventually. That way I will also get Protecting Shell on top of this, and stacked with the Abyss, this build will pretty much be invincible. And you can do this with a lot of other builds too, the melee builds, and really switch them around. I'll showcase in a little while my other melee builds. But you can see I'm using Mighty Strikes, Blood Weapon, and Lunatic. Blood Weapon, when the Abyss gear and the Protecting Shell come into play, I will probably change that out with the Lancet ability since I'm using Mighty Strikes. That way I'm getting both health and mana back simultaneously. Some of this gear I went ahead and boosted with the Lightbringer duration and damage during Lightbringer. That way I can go ahead and showcase this build even without having the Abyss on, so you can get a general idea of what this build can do.
Take it from here, Neon!
For this build, as you can see, I'm also using the Berserker Samurai sub-job method. That is when I have at least 250 points in Samurai and Berserker's the sub. That way when I transition over, I'm getting both the Berserker and Samurai buff for an increased damage output. As you could also see at the beginning, my agility is very low. In comparison, my strength is highly stacked for the single target damage with the axe. That way I'm knocking out some big numbers. My final attack is generally always 9s across, and I'll be spamming anywhere to 2 to 3k with the normal rotations, and that is going, it looks like almost less than a second per attack, so you're really getting almost 5 to 6,000 damage a second with it. Going through my master points, you can see what I'm talking about. I'm stacking strength with a little bit of agility, and that is because the jump ability is based on agility damage. It does boost it up a little bit. Since I do have Dark Knight up all the way, I went ahead and boosted up the near death damage dealt and damage taken. Lightbringer duration and Lightbringer damage dealt as usual. I have a little bit of points in the Soul Burst to get MP back, and you can see the buff duration is also increased. Yeah, this setup is really good. I really like the jump because it allows you to close the gap really fast. It's also a great evasive mover. As you can see, it's hitting for over 8k with him. And because of what I have on, either if I was not in Chaos Bringer, even spamming that jump, he would still Soul Burst. I love having that ability with the Dragoon, just in case if your Chaos is gone, no matter what, as long as you're using any ability, it'll always Soul Burst the enemy. That way you're always getting a higher MP recovery rate during your fights. That pretty much sums up my Dragoon build. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments. Leave a like if it's the kind of build you're into, or subscribe. for more future content that I will be releasing, my other melee builds and other ones I've done in the past. Hope to catch you on the next, and you have a great one. Thank you.